Have you ever noticed? The kindest people are often the ones who break the hardest, not the reckless ones, not the careless ones. The good ones, the ones who care deeply, give freely, and feel everything, they're the ones who end up shattered. Why does that happen? Psychology actually has a very clear answer. Number one, they feel too much, and that's both their power and their weakness. Psychologists call this high emotional sensitivity. Good people are wired to feel deeply. Your pain, their pain, everyone's pain. But here's the problem. When you absorb the world's emotions like a sponge, you also absorb its damage. Over time, that emotional weight becomes unbearable. They don't break because they're weak. They break because they've been carrying everything. Number two, they were taught that kindness means silence. Most good people grew up believing that being good means not complaining, not asking for too much, not setting boundaries. Psychology calls this learned suppression, where you silence your own needs to keep the peace. And for a while, it works. Until it doesn't. Until one day there's nothing left to give, because no one ever gave back. Number three, they trust too easily and get betrayed too often. Good people operate with something called positive attribution bias. They assume the best in others. They give second chances, third chances. They believe people will eventually treat them the way they treat others. But the world doesn't always work that way, and every betrayal chips away a little more of who they are. Number four, they hold on longer than they should. There's a concept in psychology called sunk cost fallacy. Good people apply it to relationships. They stay in toxic jobs, toxic friendships, toxic love, because they've already invested so much heart. Leaving feels like failure. So they stay. And slowly, the very goodness inside them gets worn down. Number five, nobody protects them. Here's the quiet tragedy. Everyone assumes the strong one is fine. Everyone leans on the good person. Nobody checks on them. Nobody asks if they're okay. And after years of being someone's shelter, they find themselves standing in the rain, alone. Here's what psychology wants you to understand. Breaking doesn't mean you were too weak. It means you were too human. In a world that often rewards those who feel nothing. If this resonated with you, you already know why. Take care of your kindness. It's rare, and it deserves protection. If you want more psychology that actually makes sense of your life, you know what to do.